Now this is really where I wanted to start the video. This is the eastern leg of Oxford Street. Oxford Street, the famous shopping street. You've got to pick your way onto Oxford Street because at the moment they discourage cars and vans and that, so you've got to find the road that you can get onto it. But soon the lovely Mayor of London wants to ban all traffic, including buses, from Oxford Street, which would be very odd. Now this end of Oxford Street has always been really tacky, and just lately they seem to have had a clear out. There's Primani, the upmarket designer clothes store, but there used to be lots of candy shops, vape shops, but they've had a clear out. They've had a clear out of vape shops, and the reason, there's something along here iconic at this end that I just want to show you. So we just scooch around there. It's not quite as tacky as it used to be in more recent years. They've even got a cream lab there. Bubble tea, that's got to be a con, hasn't it? Why is everybody into bubble tea? Oh, that's new. A Tesla shop. Look, you can buy a robot. They've got a robot Tesla. Oh, let's have a look at that. I've never seen one close up. Look at the security. He made him spin round. Now he's got to empty his pockets. Well, I won't be going in then, because I've got to think, so that is a robot Tesla. You saw it here first. I wonder if that's a real one, or now we're just gonna, there's the Harmony Adult store, and here's the Ann Summers store, but that's not what we're here to see. Just to start off with, before we get up to the BBC, that, the 100 Club, is the oldest independent music venue in the world, not just London, not just the UK, but the world. Started 1942 as a jazz club, and Humphrey Lyttelton later had a connection there and did all the big names, B.B. King and other big names. And then they had in 1976 the first ever punk festival. Susie and the Band Chiefs, the Sex Pistols, the Clash, the Vibrators, all played there in 1976 on that first ever punk festival, and they're still going today. And I've been there and seen loads of acts, and the people, when I last went there, they're all lovely, the management and that, you know, when I'm dealing with them for bands and that. Yeah, so that is the 100 Club. It's actually downstairs. You go downstairs, yeah, but lovely people, yeah. And of course all our a lot of our venues are closing now, so it's nice that one's still going, yeah. Oh, hazard lights. There's always something in it with hazard lights. Yeah. I'm triggered, always triggered by the hazard lights. I'm not always a monster, you see. Get back, you peasant. Good grief. He made me miss the lights, didn't he? Look at this. The salad project normally has a queue outside. Do you know the salad? The salad is the gayest food you could eat. It's basically how it works, right? People think, oh, you lose weight eating a salad. Well, how it works is, because it's mostly air, right, a salad, all the chewing you have to do burns off the calories, yeah. And that's how salads help you lose weight. I'd never eat one, but there you are. And right, I'm not a nutritionist, but I could be. Yeah, here we are. See this building here, right? It used to be called Western House, but now it's called Wogan House, right? Now, up until just last year, 2024, that's where BBC Radio 2 was broadcast, and also something called Sound 6, BBC Radio 6, I think. Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah, and of course, BBC Radio 2, they renamed it from Western House to Wogan House because Terry Wogan was an Irish disc jockey and chat show host. Not a lot of controversy about him. And before Radio 2 went in there, it's where they first broadcast the first colour transatlantic television programme. Yeah. And also in there, because it had the engineers in there, it also had this BBC sound effects library, because I think it was all on records and tapes and that then. Yeah. Can you hear it? Yeah. And the last programme for Radio 2 was hosted by Paul Gambaccini, and the last song was a thing called the Floral Dance. It's a sort of Oompa Loompa song. Yeah, nothing too famous. I used to live just there, and this place often was absolutely crowded with screaming teenage girls trying to see the latest celebrity rock star, whatever, going in there. It also had a gym and a bistro in there. Yes, because they like to be pampered. But that is Broadcasting House, and I'm here to tell you just a couple of little things about it. Now, I think there's a free bike bay round here. I hope so. Let's see. Not that one. This one. And it's free because it doesn't have the lower sign on it. There's the traffic warden. That's interesting. She's still trying to enforce it, even though it's an illegal bay.
Right, the security is fairly heavy now, and I think it's practically permanent. The fencing used to go up for special occasions, but they seem to have this double fencing at the entrances now full-time, because they get so many people angry at the BBC. And no wonder. Here is the statue of George Orwell. Bit ironic, but he did actually DJ there for a short time. He said he didn't like it. And over on the left, on the corner here, is the magazine show, TV show called The One Show. Now, it used to be glass-fronted, but due to various protests, they've also had to barricade that off so you don't see the outside anymore from The One Show. Basically, what people do, it's a magazine TV show where people sell their book, their record, or their next show, or they give out a bit of government messaging. Yeah, not much of a show. Now, around the front of the building is the infamous Eric Gill statue of Prospero and Ariel from Shakespeare's The Tempest. It was installed in around 1933. Very controversial because Eric Gill turned out to not only be a kiddie fiddler on his own children, but also like to fiddle with a family dog. Yeah, so probably quite a fitting statue for the BBC, as I'm sure they're also very keen on those sort of things, as history has shown us. Yeah. Now, over from the Art Deco building is the new building, but where that new building stands is roughly where the Egton House tower block was, which is where Radio 1 used to come from. Also, over in the Art Deco part, originally there was a chapel built, which when they tried to have it consecrated as a chapel, they found they couldn't, because when you consecrate a chapel, everything is consecrated down to the ground, and underneath that chapel oops, was some toilets, so they didn't consecrate it, and they sort of say now, never intended it to be a chapel, just a recording studio for religious programs. Yeah. Now, spread out on the ground are both speakers and the names of various countries all around the world. Originally, the idea was to have the World Service coming up with different programs coming out of the different speakers. Only one now works, and that's this one here, and you can just hear what it's playing there.
Ladies and gentlemen, and guys and gals.
The rest of the speakers got turned off after the unfortunate Wogan incident. What happened was, late one night, a woman in a nice frock was walking across here on her way home, when all of a sudden one of the speakers blasted out Terry Wogan right up her lovely frock. And of course that is abuse, and so following a lawsuit, the BBC had to turn off all of the speakers bar the special memorial Jimmy Savile speaker. Yeah. Now they remain silent. They have got little sticky things to stop people slipping on. They didn't have when they were originally put in. Obviously there was another lawsuit. Someone slipped up and went to Claims Direct.
Security in the BBC, my name's Graham.
Very well.
Ask you a few questions.
Nope. Idiot. Look at that. Easter. Mayor Khan won't like that, will he? That's All Souls. Lovely. You see, up there, on the top there, where that mast is, right? There used to be, on the balcony there, big speaker. Yeah, the big speaker was to play the sounds of Big Ben out. And it was so big because they wanted it to match the volume of Big Ben. Yeah. And here's the fun thing. And right here was Jimmy Savile. Now, Jimmy Savile was a notorious friend of King Charles. He wasn't king then. And he also, much like the creator of that statue, liked to muck around with very young people. And the BBC let him park his camper van right out here. And I used to have a photograph, and I got it off the internet, of his camper van parked there. I can't find any trace of that photograph. It's obviously been wiped or something, I don't know. But, oh, here we go. Yeah, so another reason it was odd that Jimmy Savile parked his camper van down there was just here, in the crescent here. He also had a big flat, yeah, where he would entertain very, very young girls, yeah. Now, at the risk of annoying cyclists, which you know I don't like to do, there's a hidden gem here. This is the start of the Marylebone Road, Park Crescent, right? I can't show it to you, I don't think. Oh, no, I can't. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll cross over. What I was going to show you, on this busy Marylebone Road, what people don't know is there's a hidden tunnel between this private garden and this private garden. Now this is the start of Regent's Park, but this bit is gated off, you see. And so there's a tunnel under the busy Marylebone Road there, and it's called, yeah, they want one. It's called the Nannies Tunnel. Yeah, because all the posh nannies, they don't want to get run over with the prams and that, so they built a tunnel under the road. So when you're going along here, you're actually going over the Nannies Tunnel. Yes, can you see just through there sat at a bench? I think that's 3 tunnel nannies. Yeah, 3 tunnel nannies. Very rare sight to see them. Don't spook them now, because they're scattered back in the tunnel. Yeah, tunnel nannies. Everyone to look at him. No, don't look at him. Don't look at him. Cocky jogger. He's bloody trying to whistle next to him. You picked this moment to do whistling practice. Can you hear what I'm hearing? It's... Oh. Bloody scooter riders, they can't be any more annoying, can they? Ha, showed him I'm first at the red stoplight, aren't I? Ha. Here he comes. Whistling again. Ow, bloody. Got the crushed can there on the can holder. The muffs on the blanket. There's... Oh. And no whistling, just a cherry on the cake. Oh, the bloody hazard lights. He puts his hazard lights on to drive down the bloody road. I was going to tell you. I'll stop here for a coffee. Is it open? There it is. Lovely, lovely. Oh, it's quite busy. Oh, no, I didn't. All right. See that place up there, Dublin Castle? Next to it is Rock and Roll Rescue, which they own, but they didn't start up. They lease out the shop. Been going for years, Rock and Roll Rescue, like second-hand punk stuff mostly. Anyway, it's run and was set up by Knox from the Vibrators, which is who I mentioned at the beginning. I mentioned the Vibrators at the 100 Club, didn't I? So it all ties in like a nice little bow, doesn't it? And on that bombshell, I'm going to say cheerio. Thank you for watching me ramble about bits and pieces around London and all that. And I hope you enjoyed it. And it was all fun and everything like that, and not too offensive, because we don't want to be offensive these days, do we? And that's the horrible coffee shop, by the way. We're on Camden Parkway. That's One Soho Coffee. The reason that's horrible is because they get all the mummies in there with the prams, the yummy mummies. They cram in. They do sell toasties though, which are very nice, I'm sure. But this is the one I go to because it's very nice. So there. And I'm going to say cheerio. Stay moist if you can, and maybe you do me the honour of coming back and watching another one of my videos in the future. But for now, cheerio, cheerio, take care, bye, bye. I'm just having a sniff. I'm just having a sniff, right? Oh. Oh.